Hello, welcome to or back to my channel. I'm gonna start like actually doing weekly vlogs because I've got nothing else to do. It's Tuesday and it's really hot outside, so I've been tanning all morning and reading War and Peace. Obviously, I'm actually nearly halfway through. Almost. It doesn't look like it's moved at all, but I am almost halfway through. I got new skincare, so I'll show you that, but I also used a Medicube face mask last night and I'm like glowing. My hair is also growing, guys. Literally quitting my job has turned us into a new person. Like, this is the best decision I've single-handedly ever made in my life. Hair is growing, skin is glowing, life is perfect. I honestly know it's never gonna get better than this. Like, when else in my life am I gonna have no responsibility, no work, can do whatever I want, can tan all day long, and I'm getting paid by the government to apply for jobs? Just finishing up my smoothie. I put in spinach, mango, oats, matcha powder, a little bit of vanilla and oat milk. Normally I put in half a banana, but we've got no bananas, but that's kind of fine because I actually hate bananas. I just kind of force myself to have them in smoothies, so I'm like eating a banana, but I hate the taste and the texture and everything about a banana, and the aftertaste is the worst. Anyway, I'm going to show you my skincare because I bought new things yesterday. I went a bit crazy, but like, I'm glowing, so I don't care that I spent all my money. I look so good. Ignore what I said in my last video when I was like, I'm so ugly. Wait, it's giving model. Do you know what I mean? If anyone wants to scout me, feel free. Okay, I'm gonna start with hair care. And first is this Hydra thingy serum. I put this in my hair every single morning, whether I'm doing curl routine or not. Today I've not done my curl routine, and why is my hair thriving? But I basically use the Dove Density and Growth, I think. I'll show you. Shampoo and conditioner. So I did that this morning, and then I just, while my hair's still wet, spray this in. It's like a leave-in serum, and it just keeps your hair hydrated because obviously curly hair is very thirsty hair. And then I let it air dry. Then this has been out of stock for so long and it works so well, so I was like hallelujah when I saw it on the shelf and there was only one left. So obviously I was like, I have to get it. It's the Dove Scalp and Hair Therapy. This is the shampoo and conditioner that I also use and have. But yeah, you put it in the morning and night, and it actually like genuinely works. It genuinely freaking works. Like, I used to have hair, like I kind of had Betty Boop vibes, and now it's growing. And then the next thing I got was this boar hair brush. Anyway, one of these brushes that have like, it's like this for my slick back. Because I've got a fringe, so it makes doing a slick back a little hard sometimes. So I just thought it needed a little something to like help. If you saw my last video when I had my slick back hair and I was like gagging because it looked disgusting, this is why I need this. Next skincare things that I got. I was like, I want really good skin. And I just picked up that brush and then I saw this out the corner of my freaking eye. And I was like, hold on a little minute. I'm gonna get it. So, duh, I've got it. And you know what? I'm gonna get these every month because I literally had it on last night for like maybe 4 hours. Like, just until it went like translucent. It was crazy. I have really sensitive skin, so a lot of times, like even washing my face, like normally I just do water and moisturizer. So I was kind of nervous. I was like, oh, I don't want to just spend all of this money and then get like a reaction. But I did not get a reaction. Then, because I was on my skincare spree, I got the Beauty of Joseon. I'm not sure. This is it. I got the Green Plum cleanser. Obviously, I'm only gonna do this at night time and like not every day of the week because of my sensitive skin. So I might just do this like 2 or 3 times a week. Because honestly, less is more for my skin. The same brand, and it's the Glow Milk or something. Glow Replenishing Rice Milk. And this, just even the bottle is like, and you just do a little splish splash on your hand. And then I just pat it in. I literally do like 3 drops and just make sure it goes all over my face. Just a little bit, you know. And then I glow like this. Then the last bits are makeup bits. This was silly. These were like £18. Okay, my boyfriend came back for lunch. But I need to finish showing you what the rest that I got. I don't know how you say this. Rafe. My sister told us. I can't remember. Got the brown mascara. Guys, my boyfriend's boss is downstairs. I'm scared. I've never seen a one like this. It's freaking crazy. But then I put it on my eyelash and I was like, oh wait, my eyelashes are literally black. So it looks like I've got really light eyelashes now. I should have got a clear one, but they didn't have a clear one. Anyway, this is a lip gloss. Look at this. Lip gloss, how bougie it looks. Love it. Love. Yeah, that was everything that I got, which is kind of crazy. I kind of went crazy. But I've never felt better. It's so hot, like horribly hot. I'm just about to start the boring part of my day, which is applying for jobs. So I thought I'd give an update on the eye. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just fallen a little bit flat for us, and I think, I don't know why. Basically, the book is about this guy who gets caught with his mistress by his mistress's husband, and he's so embarrassed that he shoots himself. Then he's kind of living in this like half dream dead world where like he's kind of floating around the people that he knew in his life. It's kind of, I guess, about like perceivement, identity. I'm confused, and I think the narrative is meant to be quite like murky, but it's not hitting like I thought it would. The last Nabokov that I read was Laughter in the Dark, which is probably my favourite that I've read by him so far. So I had super high expectations for this. I love an unreliable narrator, love a murky narrative, I love deceit, and I think Nabokov does all of that so well. And he's so good at like tricking the reader in such clever ways. But at the moment, I'm not understanding this. I'm gonna finish this up now and then probably get a coffee. Sometimes it's just nice to treat yourself. No, I've actually been treating myself too much, so I've just ran out of my own milk. I can literally just go to the shop and get oat milk, but for some reason in my head I'm like, that means I must get an iced latte from a coffee shop. No, I can just go and get oat milk. It's so hot, it's too hot. I'm like tanning also in like climate anxiety, you know, like I'm not fully relaxed because I'm like, this is wrong. But I've put out some water for the insects and the birds and squirrels, so hopefully they're drinking it. And I've also splashed it around for like smaller insects that don't want to fall into the bowl of water. You know, like that moth, for example. What was that moth doing awake in the daytime also? But it was gorgeous. Don't know where it came from. It was stunning. But like bugs like that can drink it from the floor. Because water is like a sticky... Isn't it like the consistency of water for them is like us trying to walk in glue? And that's how they drown. Anyway, yeah. I started reading Slewfoot. Didn't like it. I'm turning into a literary snob. Like, not gonna lie. I also used to like reading like the kind of shitty books like Flawless, like Elise Silver vibes. What else did I read? I can't remember. I got Fourth Wing ages ago and I've never read it. So I was like, I'll just read Fourth Wing. I could do like 20 pages and I thought, no. I think it's just because they're written so bad. Like, they're written so bad. Where I'm like, if this was actually written well, I'd be having so much fun. But I just can't get past the fact that they're written so bad. The main character is always fucking annoying. Like, it makes us more frustrated. Whereas before, I would have fun with it. And then I was like, okay, I'll start reading Slewfoot for like a little spooky summer witchy moment. That was shit. Like, the writing was just so bad. I just feel like this year my book taste is really evolving. Like, I feel like I'm maturing in my book taste, because I think last year and like the year before I was reading a lot of like literary fiction, which was still good, but I just don't really feel that like drawn to that anymore. And I hate when I read books and there's like, then he called me on my iPhone. And I'm like, ugh, she has an iPhone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. I think I get so much more intrigued by older books that like their themes are still so resonant. It's like, that is so interesting that like this book was written like 150 years ago, for example, and they're like themes and ideas around loss and desire and religion and like even questions around like consumerism and capitalism. Like, I find that so interesting. Idiot by Dostoevsky. Like, there was a whole section on like the railroads and like industrialization. I love how you can put that theme. Like, now the parallel is probably like AI, Elon Musk, the kind of threat that is to the environment and to democracy is what they felt the threat was to the environment of the railroads, and like how class systems can be maneuvered through these like new inventions and new technologies. Railroad systems that like implemented and affected the class structures. The lower classes working on the railroads, but only the upper class able to like travel on them. Now you've got like the billionaires, they're implementing new technologies where the working class stay the working class, and they are the ones that benefit and can actually use the technology or invention to like its full capacity. A little intellectual rant. I just love finding themes, and I think that's harder to do with like, or it just doesn't seem as well like fleshed out or like philosophical. I want to hear a philosophical rant in the middle of a novel. I do. That's why I like Russian literature so much, because they're full of it.
And I'm like, bring it back. Like a political rant, and I want to read about it. Using a novel is such a clever way of like protest. And it's like, what is the author trying to tell me? And I think finding out, like, you know, like obviously reading War and Peace, it's like Tolstoy had quite like a interesting background, and he did a lot for like working class people and workers. Also like questioned religion a lot in his real personal life, and I just think it's so interesting when you say it reflected, like in War and Peace there's so many, I mean not even halfway in, it's already there's so many like character developments that happened through questioning those things. Characters that like question religion, questioning the futility of war, and I'm like, wow, it's so interesting. And that's what modern books just can't give me, or it's hard to find, which is sad. That's my thoughts.